It's Thursday, Mk1 time still. Yeah, I'm getting pretty pap at these intros, aren't I? I'm struggling for things to say. So, but anyway, we get on with it. We all know what we're doing. Football's in another room. Don't watch football. We play with Mk1s, so that's more important to me. Good luck to everybody playing football though. So anyway, yeah, so what we're going to do today, still quite warm, got some welding to do at the front, or I've got some of the interior to strip, so I think we might just go for the interior stripping. Be nice to get some of that ready, so and get the pole out, ready to weld the front end on. And then what we're going to do is then put the spit pole back in, get it back up, and then we can use that to rotate it to get the, I'm going to use that to cut all the roof off. If I roll the car on the side, I think it will work quite well that way. Yeah, that'll work. So anyway, let's crack on and yeah, do a bit of the inside of the car. Okay, just got the centre binacle out. Old style oil pressure, manual pipe, copper pipe that goes to the engine. That's pretty cool. I'll do like that, at least it's a real, you know what you're getting, give or take, apart from the gauge being accurate. So yeah, I haven't done much with the Mk1, so yeah, that's centre thing, so we'll get that. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but because this is a Deluxe model, you had the extra gauges. Don't think the standard model came with it. Anyway, so that looks good. What we can do is get that shot blasted as well, and paint that maybe old English white just to match the car, if that's what it's supposed to do. And I found this little thing which could be a voltage regulator, and let me know what you think, guys. Don't know where that's coming out. Whether that's standard or not, or is part of the loom. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure a voltage regulator should be needed somewhere for these gauges, even the old ones. So anyway, we'll keep that safe, and yeah, let's take a few more bits out. Oh, it's hot. One air vent out. The old Mk1s, they were metal. I don't know if they continued to Mk2s or not, but the original Mk1s were metal. Pressed, obviously they went to plastic later on. So yeah, just a little Mk1 fun fact for you there. Spilt the beer over as well, doesn't help. Got the Mk1 heater out, which is again different. Just for you people that aren't interested or are interested in the differences between Mk1s, if you don't know. So yeah, on the side, that bit, round bit, all seems quite similar nearly. But the front, yeah, they went just to a straight control bar there at the front. Obviously on the later ones it's slightly lefty righty, and the switch is underneath, because again I think originally, obviously not many switches on the panel anyway, I expect they were an optional extra anyway, so you have to switch on there. So yeah, connect the battery up to it at some point, check see if it works. If you remember the old jet black, we had a leaky one that we managed to fix. Yeah, it'd be nice to get that shot blasted if we could, couldn't we, and get it in gloss black, but not quite about that. God, those little air vent tubes got cores of wiring. Anyway, yeah, having a bit of trouble getting the screws out for the dip beam, which is on the floor. and just one of the things, the console's just all a bit busty, so I'm just going to try and cut the backs of the heads off to make the screws a bit shorter, and see if we can unscrew them that way. Okay, got the bulk of the wiring loom out. I did cut it. Don't panic. I'm gonna basically get a brand new wiring loom, because that's the best thing I ever did on the previous car, is just buy a brand new loom. No corroded wires. But I will keep this for the moment because there's light bulbs and things like that, and connections that could be useful and things that you're missing. So yeah, look at that. World's biggest fuse box. 2 fuses. Not the old later minis had many more. I think it was 4 or something anyway. So yeah, that's that done. Oh, so dusty in there, unbelievable. Yeah. The binnacle shroud. Looks like I cracked it a bit with the bloody scaffold pole because I'm an idiot. So again, don't be a Matthew, as they say on Facebook. Strip all the car before you start working on things, because it's just stupid. Again, that's YouTube. I like to film my mistakes. So yes, strip it all out, and you can just see there, that's a pipe there for the oil pressure gauge, which we'll get working again one day. So I think we can repair that anyway. We will be able to repair it one way or another. Whether you can buy them new or not, it's another question. Oh, stand still, you stupid thing. Alright. Dust. A few more screws have been a pain in the arse. I'm going to leave some penetrating oil on stuff. As I said, I think I'm going to leave the dash rail in for the moment because it's all glued in, and we'll just tell the shop blaster just to completely avoid it. We'll mask it all up, and he can keep well away from that. It's quite an easy thing just to avoid. You know, you don't have to be very close to it. Get up under the bulkhead and up in the dashboard there, but you don't have to go anywhere near the dash rail. So that's getting there. Going to leave the wiring loom in that runs across the roof, because we can then use that to help pull through later. It is possible to do it anyway, but yeah. So the next couple of days we're going to attempt to cut the roof off. Yeah, but let's go have a look at the front end. See what we're doing there. Alrighty, just a short video tonight. It's got too hot. One of those nights. Some days I feel like not doing anything, but sometimes you just come out here and actually at least do a little bit. So at least I've done a little bit. My mojo's not gone, it's just hot. So yeah, so I've just marked a little bit down the front here, which I need to then take back off again. I need to double check this lip on the front here, where it comes on the inner wing. So I'm thinking that this front panel's folded over and we'll just spot weld all the way down, so we just have to build that up. So I think tomorrow night, what's tomorrow night going to be? Yeah, we'll just crack on with it, try and crack on and get a bit of welding done on the front end. So I really need to get this front end sorted and on, so we can then put it back on the spit roast and crack on with the roof, which is going to be coming next week. So yeah, I've got to get the split pins out of the master cylinders yet. The master cylinders are loose. I've just put some penetrating oil on the nuts for the clutch slave, so we can do that. I've lost my 1/2-inch drive socket. Take the steering wheel off. Do that as well. Pair of mole grips is done that. Penetrating oil's worked a treat. So yeah, at least that's loose. I think we can get a nut. There's a nut underneath in there, so we'll get a big span on that. Anyway, daughter cooked pasta for tea tonight, which is good because she's off to university at the end of the year. So I think it's about time that she tries to learn to cook, or she's decided it's about time to learn to cook. Yeah, should have made her cook years ago, but that's live in it. I'm soft. So yeah, she cooked pasta, and she's going to cook chicken feeters in a few days' time as well. So yeah, she might actually be able to survive by herself. Alright guys, sorry for the short video. Got lots of changes coming up, I should have just said. The intro might be changing a little bit. I'm sort of just changing a few things on the channel, so please don't hate it too much. I'm just trying to sort a few things out. There's a few things going on in the background, which I need to just tart things up a bit, make it look a little bit more different, a bit more, yeah. But anyway, so I'm still here, still doing the same stuff, but yeah, you just might see a few changes around, so bear with, and we'll crack on still. Bye bye.